Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. In front of us we have the ACEBEAM K1. This is a single AA powered multi-light source mini everyday carry flashlight. You can find it retailing on Amazon USA for $54.99, though this, at the making of this video, was down to $35.99. Quite the bargain for what you get. They have a black version and a green version. Pretty cool. So let's look at this. Here's the flashlight. Pretty awesome. Really compact. Loving it. A lot of options at your disposal. So I took everything out of the box. Let's just see what the box looks like real quick. ACEBEAM, light where you want it. White light, UV light, USB-C rechargeable battery. They give you a 14500, which is nice. It's compatible with AA batteries. That's a sweet thing indeed. There you go. 3 light sources. K1. All right. 10-year warranty. Love to see that. I love me a good ACEBEAM, as you guys know. Probably my favorite brands out there. There you go. Contact information if you need to get a hold of them. Okay, done with the box. In the box, yes, we did get the star to show. We'll zoom it on down. There we are. Okay, so we get the flashlight. We get a charging cable, USB to USB-C, a carry lanyard. Says their name, ACEBEAM. Sweet. And then we get a little pack of extra O-rings. Always nice to have. Some paperwork, miscellaneous stuff here. I don't know what it says. Let's see. Warranty card. Okay, a little Chinese writing there. Product cert. Okay, if you need to know. There you are. If you can read that, kudos to you. Awesome. Okay. And then we have the user manual, which I like to go over. Just going to open it up, spread it out real quick for posterity in case I missed something, which probably will happen. There's so much, you know. Trying to get it all done as quick as I can for you guys. Here's your features. I'm going to bring it on up for that. And let's kind of go down that list. Pretty cool. Again, I'll try to cover some of those things there. As you can see, it's got modes, high, medium, low, strobe. It's got a green laser, and of course has UV, which is nice. And we got operating instructions. Here's your waterproofness. Okay. Again, going rather quickly, but you know, I'll try to cover that. There's some warnings. Read, obey, stay safe. Here's a bunch more warnings. Okay, product warranty. In case you're interested. It's got 12-month for the battery, 10-year for the flashlight. That's pretty nice. Over here, we got a disclaimer, I guess, so be careful. Some QR codes if you need them. All right, and some more contact information. In the back here, I believe it's all Chinese. Yep, okay, we're done with the manual. Yeah, we're done with that. Okay, let's get this stuff off the table. Move that off the way. All right, yeah. Fun times there. And get rid of some paper dust on my table. I'll just get in the way. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's zoom it on down. Go over dimensions of the K1. So the K1's dimensions, we have a length of 4 3/8 of an inch or 111 millimeters. We have a head diameter of 1 inch or 25 millimeters. Then we have a tail diameter of 13/16 of an inch or 20 millimeters. So it's rather nice. It sits in the hand. Really, it's balanced. Really cool. Let's do a size comparison. I always like these. I'm going to bring this up. Oh, let's see. We got some other items. Let's see. I have a typical AA powered pocket light. This is the Pokelight AA from ACEBEAM. Sweet in orange, which I do like orange. You know what's going to happen? The K1's going to come out in orange too. I know it. ACEBEAM loves to do orange, which is good. AA battery, which will work in this K1, which is nice. So you don't have to run a 14500 if you don't want to. If you just want to go normal batteries, you can, or rechargeable nickel metal hydrides. What else do I have? I have a 18650 Maui cell, flat top. Or just the standard stuff to kind of give you a general idea for size. And here's a through night TC15 version 3, a standard 18650 powered side activated flashlight, no tactical tail. So it gives you a general idea for size. All right, and then for some competitors, yeah, so what, you know, it does compete, which is interesting because this light on sale or a discounted price for $35.99 is fantastic. Because the other ones are definitely higher priced. Like we have these flat body lights, typically. The only thing I had that I could compare it to, Woburn X5. This is a UV laser, white light. Okay, it's pretty much does the same things. This front here does. See, the UV section might be a little bit better on the Woburn, but you know, you don't need a lot of UV really, to be honest with you. But the lasers are similar, the 3Rs, which is nice. And the white throw on the K1 is stronger. It throws a lot further. So yeah. So that's the Movement X5. This is got a LiPo pack, and you can change the batteries in this one, or it takes 4 AAA batteries, which is kind of cumbersome. So it gives you an idea. Just kind of do it for size here. Flip that back over so you can see the name. Bring this up so you can see how long they are in person. And then another good competitor is the Olight. This is the Arc Pro Ultra. Yeah, this one here has a throw section, a flood section, the UV, and the green. Now the green laser here can be set to Class 1 or Class 3R. Everybody likes brighter, so Class 3R is what you're going to get. This is 3R. I noticed when I was side by side, the intensity, the K1 was slightly more intense on the laser. Pretty cool. So you just get an idea what's going on. And then throw section, the K1 is superior. For $35 flashlights, amazing. I'm loving that. Go K1. But for size, you can just see, I mean, K1 went out there to compete against these bad boys for sure. I mean, for what it does, yeah. Loving it. And it's a very compact package. Yeah. All right, so there you are. Score features of the K1, and then we'll demo it, and then we'll do final thoughts. So bring it on down. Let's see what we got going on. We got a weight of 77 grams. Sweet. Our features on the front here, we have a crenulated bezel. It's a smooth one, so it's not sharp. That's kind of nice. This is really cool, like if you set your flashlight like this and you had it on. Let's go up a notch here. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. You can see our light ring around it shining so you don't melt anything. That is a good thing. So you set it down, you know, light's still on. That's a good thing at a glance. So we do have a protective lens there, a glass lens, I believe. And then we have our section. So our main section is a Cree, right here, moving around a lot, trying to keep it steady. So that's a Cree XPLR, cool white LED, 6500 K color temperature, smooth reflector for a good throw. I'm pretty impressed. You're going to see that in the video that I made outdoors. So stay tuned for that. It's coming in this video. Cool. Over here, we have our UV section. The UV is a dual mode, which is nice. 365 nanometer. Its highest output is 1000 milliwatt max output advertised. I didn't see what the reduced rating was, but I'm going to guess around either half of that or a third. So that's what you can expect on the UV section. And it's got kind of a short reflector there. You don't need much throw for that. Over here is our laser output there. It looks like it might be filtered. Yeah, it looks like it is a lens over that. And that is Class 3R green laser, which is, I believe, 5 milliwatt. That's what the rating is on a 3R. Nice. I like the shiny front end. Pretty cool. So our bodies are typical 6061 T6 aluminum alloy with a hard anodized finish. They call it military grade. Okay, so maybe type 3. Not bad. Some nice white lettering. ACEBEAM K1. I like the grip. It's got some nice cut-in sides, so it's got a nice good grip to it. I like the flat design, so it's anti-roll. That's a beautiful thing. It won't roll away from you on the table. You gotta like that. So what else we got going on here? So we have mode select. This is magnetic. So we have a UV, laser, white. You can one-hand this sometimes, and I say sometimes because, bring this in here. When you turn this, sometimes it might catch a little bit. So you may have to add a little silicone grease just to make sure it doesn't catch. But if it catches, you may have to clean it. Because what happens if it catches, it will unscrew the top. So it'll actually turn the light off. So that's a little annoyance. So yeah, that's one thing. It's attached to the head. So that sometimes happens, but not often to really worry about. I haven't noticed it as a big deal, but it could be something in the future. It could come up. So, but white light, laser, UV. Let's turn that on and show you. So there's our UV. Looking awesome. One hand operation. We got our laser. And then we got, Iron Man. Shine it. And then we have our white light. Sweet. As you can see, pretty neat. There's a mode select. All right, I'll turn that back off. So we got that there. We talked about the body. Tail switch operated, which I'm going to talk to you in a second. We have a stainless steel belt clip. Really handy there. Again, flat body design, which I'm loving. The battery is a 1000 milliamp hour. The USB-C chargeable, which is nice. 14500. So you get the extra high output. Get it out of there. There we are. All right, so yeah, 1000 milliamp hour, and then our USB-C right there. When you're charging it, a little red light comes on, says charge, and green when it's finished, I believe. And then yes, USB-C with the included cable, it charges around a 0.5 amp, so it goes pretty quick. There's the inside there. Nice materials. I like the build quality. Built really nice. So you do have to be careful. The threads are rather fine. There's the head protected circuit, which is nice. They put a little layer there. You do have to watch the threads because they are fine and they will cross threads. So take your time when you thread it back in. So you do have to take your battery out when you need to charge it or replace it. So there you go. All right, awesome. So there's the battery, pretty straight up. Now the tail, we'll talk about the tail here. I should talk about waterproofness. This is IP68 waterproof, which is awesome. So 2 meter underwater for 30 minutes, I believe, is a standard. 1.5 meter drop resistance, so very cool there. Tail switch, tail switch operation is really straightforward. So let me just bring this up a little bit. And then we'll get to some demoing. So yeah, tail switch is momentary, which is really cool. So you can press it on and then let go. Now, if you wait, like I think it's 4 seconds before you do anything else, it'll remember that last setting. So it does have mode memory for low, medium, and high, and also on UV as well, low or high. That's nice. Press it again, and you can cycle it. So here's low, medium, high, and I'm just doing this momentary, or you can do it by just pressing it on and off. But right now I'm just momentary. So I hold this, let go, and I wait 4 seconds, and I depress this. It will not go to the next mode. It will remember low. So there you go, momentary low. So that's something, people like that, to have that. But if you do it too quickly, it'll start just cycling. And of course, click it on, click it off, click it on. You can cycle it this way too, by clicking it on and clicking it off. And same thing, if you turn it off and you wait, it'll come out that same setting. So there you go. Now the more you know is half the battle. I love it. Mode memory I showed you. It does have strobe, which is pretty cool. Strobe is kind of interesting. You got to turn the light on. And to access strobe, you have to turn it to laser and back to white real quick. And there's your strobe. So laser, do it quick. That's how that works. If you do it too slow, it doesn't work. Slow, not working. But if you go fast, you got strobe. All right, that's how strobe works. Turn off laser. That's always fun, the laser. So what else we got going on with the... so you saw that we have momentary laser. That's a sweet thing. So if you want to point something out, you don't want to click the switch, you can just half press or lock it on. There you go. You just got the one brightness for the laser. And if you go to UV, we have our high and then go to low. Oh wait, that's high already. Holy cow. Okay, so that must be like a half intensity. And then there's full intensity. Okay, so that's the 1,000 milliwatt, and then this is probably a half milliwatt. Or half, 500. You know what I mean? Yeah. 1,000 or half. Sweet. Loving that. Cool. All right, anything else I can mention? I think that got... Okay, so let's go ahead. Head to the garage where I took pictures of this, and then we'll go to outdoors where I have some outdoor video, and then we'll come back, we'll do a Benchtop demo and do final thoughts. All right, so let's head to the garage. Here I am. 15 feet in front of the garage door. Lights on high. This is 1,000 lumens. Expected to run for 1 minute before it throttles down to 650 lumens. That'll run for 30 minutes on that 14500 battery. And then after 30 minutes, it will go down to 110 lumens and run another half hour before the battery is depleted, and a total throw of 223 meters in this mode. Great throw, love it. Now we have the useful mode, medium, which is 200 lumens. Expect a total runtime of 2 3/4 hours. It's a mode you'll find yourself using the most safe you're walking. And we have a picture of on low. This is 9 lumens. Expect a runtime of 60 hours. Low with this type of throw is really nice. You'll find yourself again using small quarters when you don't need a lot of light. This is perfect. And our last picture is a picture of the green laser. I thought I'd have fun, see how it reflects off the cars. It's pretty cool. It's intense. That 3R laser is really nice. And in the dark here, it really protects the beam. You can't see it, but it was really cool. You could see the dust reflecting off the beam as it reached the door. It's really cool. But a really bright green laser. So let's head outdoors where I took a video of this flashlight in action, reaching up to 100 meters. I can see it visually for sure. In the video, you see it out to about 100 feet. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, I'm outside with the ACEBEAM K1, 1,000 lumens with a 223 meter throw. Archway there is 30 feet. To your left there is 40. Tree behind the archway is 50 feet. And between the two trees there There's a tree around 100 feet. There's a stop sign down there at 100 meters. Not sure if you could pick up the gazebo. I could pick it up in person. But we do have some forest fires, so there's some smoke in the air, so it might be hindering my visibility a little bit. Just gonna throttle here in a moment. Sidewalk here. It's this spill. Quite a bit. Alright. Yeah, the K1 is rocking. I love the outdoor throw capability of this little guy. Absolutely blew me away. For just what it can do, all these different things, plus the actual throw of the white light was amazing. So let's do a quick demo here. Turn the lights off. Just get an idea what these lights look like in the dark on the bench level here. This is on low. You can kind of see it's definitely cool white. So you don't have a lot of color rendering. It's probably like a CRI 70. It gives you a general idea. You got a lot of spill. You got that hot spot center and more spill. That's a nice thing. I do like that. I like the traditional reflectors for that reason alone. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to the ceiling. And now we're on low. We're just going to go ahead and cycle that up. Go to my momentary. So there's high. There's low. There's medium, 200 lumens. And then high at 1,000. See that? Definitely rocking. Now table, it's going to be a little bright. Boom. Yeah. Rocking. My camera's definitely trying to adjust quick. Very cool. Okay, so let's switch over to we got laser mode, which is, yeah, pretty rocking. There's a laser. I do have the, let me bring it out here. This is the O-light. I want to bring the O-light. Now, the O-light's going to be on the left here. See if I can get its laser going in the dark here. I'm trying to find it. There we go. Okay. Lasers are fun. Okay, so here, the O-light in my left and the laser from the K1 on my right. So you can see, I want to say they're pretty similar, but wow, I mean, they're pretty powerful. I was pretty impressed with the K1's laser, and here I'm holding a $130 O-light for the same laser intensity. I love it. That's amazing. All right, so this O-light turning off. There's our K1. All right, great. And then I guess I should leave these off for the UV test too as well. So we're gonna go UV. Flip the little ring over. There we go. So 1,000 milliwatt, I think we're on the highest setting. That was the highest setting. And then we have that same on the... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. There we go. Okay, so this is the O-light, and here is the K1. K1, wow, it's really... Okay, so the reflector, it's really dispersed. And on the O-light, it does have a kind of a lensed action to it. So there you go. These are both on high. I think this is 1200 milliwatt, the UV on the O-light, if you're wondering. Whoops. Turn the laser on. You can do that with that one. It's low, and then that's low. This is K1 on low. This is low on the O-light, if you're just curious. But still, it gets a lot done here with this K1. I'm loving it. Showing all the dust on my table, too. Turn off that light. All right. Great. And now let's go ahead and take out a radio real quick. And some final thoughts. So my radio, look, it's glowing sweet.
That's why I have life insurance. It just makes it easy. It's all online, about 10 minutes.
So there you go. Yeah, hardly any RFI. If you put the flashlight right next to the antenna, you'll hear a little buzz, but if you're not right next to it, you're fine. So yeah, using the Skywave 2 for RFI testing, because we're going to be using our K1 with our radios, because big deal here is the Skywave here runs on 2 AA batteries. This runs on AA batteries, so they're cross-compatible. So you have a pack of batteries and be ready to go with your flashlight and your radio. So that's pretty awesome. This is weather alert and shortwave. All that going for it. Okay, let's do some final thoughts on the K1. Bringing it on downtown. Okay, so K1 I like the compact design, standard AA operation. Yep, it'll run on the 14500 or and loops or alkalines. Some people will ask, You know, will it dump this past a certain voltage? Probably, so just beware. You know, watch your light. I like the grip design. Nice heavy grip there. Very cool. Decent throw. Definitely has a decent throw. I was really impressed with that on that white mode. Momentary operation. That is also handy. I love that momentary operation. That is so slick. You don't have to click it. You can change modes. Yeah, that's very handy. Anti-roll design. You know, I love that in a round light, believe it or not. I just like when I have to chase it. It's just great. It's not going to roll away. My table of things want to roll this direction. I don't know if I got a battery, I'll show that. Yeah, see, that wants to roll away. But this light won't. So that's a nice thing. What else? The magnetic motoring. This is cool, though it can be an issue, like I mentioned. So that's a good and a bad, because it's on the head that's threaded. So that could eventually, you know, be an issue. So, but I've noticed mine has loosened up a little bit with use, so it's less likely to open up on me or unscrew the top. So that is good, because you don't want to be doing this and then the power, cut the power to the light. We're trying to do something. So, but yeah, I do like that mode select, that magnetic switch. I like the mode memory. I'm a fan. IP68 waterproof, love that. And of course the included 14500. Always a fan of batteries included. Good thing. I just like some wants. I wish this had a guarded tail. You know, I know the Pokelit doesn't have that as well. You know, you look at that one. Doesn't have a guarded tail. I know a lot of the inexpensive lights don't, but a light like this, where you're probably carrying it quite often in your pocket, I would love to have a guarded tail, just so it doesn't turn on and dump. You know, gets a little warm in the pocket. We don't want that. But if it had a guarded tail, that'd be awesome. Another note, again, is the front I mentioned with the ring can be an issue sometimes. I wish it had a rear battery access. So it'd be cool if you could, like, take the back. I don't know how that would work with this clip, though. That's probably why they don't have that, I'm guessing. Or maybe they could have, like, this ring up here on the head, and then this part unscrews here or something, maybe. Yeah, just somewhere different than directly attached to the ring part. Well, I guess that would still be a problem. It'd still be attached. Yeah, that wouldn't work either. It'd have to be on the back. I don't know how they do that with the current clip design. They'd have to redesign the clip. They could. Not a big deal. But, yeah, that's just one of my caveats. So overall, the K1 gets a recommended buy, yes, at $35.99 and under. At $55, I don't know. I mean, it's still a worthy flashlight, but I'd wait for a sale for sure. I mean, $35 is no brainer. And for that being that price, I could see ACEBEAM going to that price quite often. If it's not on sale, just wait. It'll go on sale. ACEBEAM's good for that. So definitely cool. Just a few more improvements will make it a perfect everyday carry flashlight. Just a couple little improvements, and it'll be awesome. When I say improvements, not much. Just those couple wants. That's for me anyway. You might find this perfect as it sits. Most people would. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give a big like if you did. If you like ACEBEAM products, you want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about the K1. Is this something you'd want in your collection of lights? Are you a fan of that, or are you just a fan of your standard Pokelit stuff, or just one mode, you know, just one light, white mode? That's all you need. You know, let me know. Do you like having the flexibility of a built-in UV, built-in grain laser? I mean, is this something that would appeal to you? I'm kind of curious to know what your thoughts are. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next awesome video.